All right, what's up, Tackle Warehouse fans? Jake here in this week's episode of What's New TW. Got a few things to go over with you this week. First couple are going to be from Daiwa. The first one is the new Daiwa Aird 80. Internally, it's got that 32 millimeter spool, but got Daiwa's LC concept, so long cast concept design integrated into it. And then you got Mag Force brakes on the side, so easy to tune, cast really far. 7.5 to 1 gear ratio, and you got it in left and right hand. So you only got one gear ratio, but it's kind of a good do all-purpose gear ratio. Comes in 89 bucks. Hot deal on those. But this one is one that I'm pretty pumped about, and I want to add to my arsenal as well. So this is the new Coastal 200. So the newest updated. Again, it's got that LC concept spool, so get tremendous casting with it. And I know they designed this reel to really be tuned for braided line applications, and it got that easy tune brake on the side there. So on this reel, you know, so if you're down in Southern California, you're in the Gulf and you're casting lures in the saltwater, this is the reel that you kind of want to take a look at. So it's got an aluminum frame and then an aluminum side plate on the gear side. And then it's also got Daiwa's Hyper Drive design, which includes the Hyper Digi gear, the Hyper Clutch, and then the Hyper Armored housing. So everything just really robust, increase your strength and your durability in saltwater applications. Big handle on the side. I think it's a 95 or 100 millimeter handle, and it's got those oversized EVA foam knobs on the side, which is great. But one thing with this 200 is that not all the companies' reel sizes are consistent across the board. So this Daiwa 200, I think, kind of flies under the radar for maybe some swim bait anglers who might be looking for a reel in this size. It's really like a 250-ish size reels compared to others on the market. So, for example, like a Corrado 200 holds 110 yards of 14-pound line, I believe. This one holds close to 200 yards of 14-pound line. So both 200s, but significantly more line in this Daiwa 200 Coastal. So it's hard to tell. I know it's a pain across the industry. Not everything's the same, but so this reel is a little bit bigger than your typical 200. Tons of power, and there's only 2 bearings in it, or 2 or 3 bearings. So a lot of the bearings in this reel have actually been replaced with ceramic bushings to eliminate failures that you get with saltwater, because you're going to get saltwater in there. So really beefed up for the salt. And if you're looking for something to kind of cast, you know, at calicos and yellowtail, if you want to go fish redfish and throw lures at speckled trout, this might be one you want to check out. I definitely want to pick one up myself for kind of some inshore rockfish and stuff like that. This one from Deps. This is a new Mad Waver buzzbait. Now, just seeing this thing, it looks awesome. Just, you know, something different in the lineup of buzzbaits that are available on the market. So heavy head on there. It's a 5/8 ounce head, but it's got a really large blade and then got a Colorado blade on the back. So what that's going to do for you is this bait's going to add this little Colorado blade is going to add more flash, and it's going to tick off the head and just add some noise. But this thing is tuned to kind of rock back and forth. So a little bit different than all your buzzbaits that are going to track straight. So this one's going to have some rock to it. It's got an O'Shaughnessy style hook on there, crazy sharp, and then a heavy duty keeper to kind of lock your plastics in place for whatever kind of trailer you want to put on this buzzbait. But really cool buzzbait, just something I'm interested to kind of try out a little bit different and see what you can do with it. All right, from Hideup, we got a bunch of stuff from Hideup. This first one is the Judy fish. Now, this is not a new bait, but it's new to TW, and these things are flying off the shelves. I can't express to you enough. If you want some of these, you better grab them now, because apparently, you know, it's some kind of hot deal that no one's talking about, but some people know about it, and they're buying as many as they can. So, really hot lure out there. Really excels at your forward-facing sonar fishing. It rocks side to side and gets that rolling action that everyone's trying to get these days. But what I'm excited to do with it is I've seen some footage of it on like a offset EWG hook, fishing it just like you would with like a Zoom Super Fluke. And as this bait sinking, it gets like a really subtle, really natural swimming action, which is really cool. You know, something that a lot of your like straight tail fluke style baits don't do. So super excited to try this one out and just add a new dimension to like your fluke fishing. So try that one out. This next one going to be super, super finessey. So this is the Hideup chain worm. So these are small, super finessey little worms. There's only 2 in the pack, but it's like a 3-inch worm, and they call it the chain worm because it's hard to pick up, but there's actually a chain all the way through the middle of that bait there. And this is like a little French fry, old school style worm, but with that metal chain running through the middle of it, it kind of opens up the doors for a bunch of stuff. So rigging, you're gonna have improved durability. You can rig like wacky hooks and stuff through there, and it's not gonna get torn up as bad as if you were just rigging through straight plastic. You can add blades to it. You can add weights to the end. It just gives you some options to do some things that you can't really do with any other little tiny finessey worm like that. So if you're in super clear water, you deal with super pressured fish, this is something you can kind of customize and do a few different applications with. Another one that's, another kind of customization type of product from Hideup. This is the Ammy stopper. So this is the product right here. It comes in a package with a couple of these in it. There's a couple different sizes, but what it is this little metal piece, and you thread that into a soft plastic worm, and then you cut it off. So then it's in the worm like this, and you can run like your wacky hook through it, and it holds that thing in there super, super well. So it kind of eliminates having to use like a O-ring or something, and it gets your hook orientated how I would like it on a wacky rig, going through the middle that way instead of vertically like how you would with an O-ring. But with the different sizes of them, there is really small ones, and I've seen some pictures of guys threading it all the way through kind of a small like bait fish style lure and nose hooking like a small minnow on a drop shot. So just one of those things that if you're a tackle dork and you want to play around in the garage and kind of rig some stuff up, something that I've never seen before that you can definitely customize a bunch of soft baits with. From Hags. So this is the depth charge jig head. So there's a bunch of these style jig heads out on the market now, and they're made for your hover strolling, mid strolling, whatever you want to call it. But this one's actually made out of tungsten. It's super clean, and obviously with tungsten you're going to get more weight. You're going to get a better return on your sonar. But this thing, the ridges and everything on this bait, super, super clean. And I mean, I've seen a lot of the lead ones out there on the market, and some of them have really crude pores. This thing, a little bit more refined. It also has the keeper down on the shank of the hook. But if you're dealing with small baits, especially really small soft plastics, and you have a tungsten nail kind of molded onto your head, you're not going to tear it up as bad as you would with a lead one, or sometimes the bigger lead ones. They're going to misproportion the small soft bait, and it's going to make it look weird, not get the right action. Tungsten is definitely a way to go on these, so check those out from Hags. Last up from Bass Assassin, we got the new Bang Bug. So you're kind of versatile, do-it-all creature style bait. Got some flappers on there, small appendages on the side. Nice solid body on there, so it holds a flipping hook in there really well. So Texas rig, Carolina rigs, jigs, whatever you want, swim jigs, flipping jigs, doesn't matter. But what's cool about this one, it's actually infused with the Bang scent, and it's infused with liquid salt. I was telling the guys earlier off camera, it kind of smells like that, like the old school, those 90s bait shops with the bulk bins of plastics. Brings me back to being a child running in the bait shop when I was a kid. But I don't know how many cans of Bang I've bought over the years and soaked all my soft plastics trying to get more bites. Now these already have it in the plastic, so already pre-scented, ready to roll. That's going to wrap up today's episode of What's New at Tackle Warehouse. For more information or to purchase any of the products seen here today, click shop or the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this week's video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, let us know in the comments which one of these products you're most excited about.